To get out there, try and help his team.
Well, what Menlo did that time is they had two receivers very, very close together. You usually don't see that out of their formation. So, that kind of again now, this is different, little bit different formation.
Kruger, that's a long pitch, and it's incomplete.
But a wise decision. Again, we've talked about this with kind of an option. This is almost an option. If it's not caught, it's an incomplete pass. So he tried to get it to Bo any way he could. Unsuccessful on that one. That was tipped.
And is incomplete. So it's going to be fourth down here, and you would think Menlo will go for it at this point of the game.
No doubt about it.
Down 21 points.
I would be surprised if they don't. They're kind of in no man's land anyway.
Deep pass down the left side of the field, and that is incomplete, out of bounds. If he would have been able to hold on to it, Tim Benton probably would have been a little bit out of bounds anyway.
Well, I think you're right on the throw. It may have drawn him just out of bounds. The defender, though, was knocking and pushing him out of bounds as well. So it's Carmel's ball, 1st and 10. This is the worst field position I think they've had. So maybe Menlo can go ahead and, again, try to get a defensive score or certainly get a stop right here.
Not much there for Hopkins, but he continues to push. Even when he runs out of room, he keeps the feet moving and is able to keep the play alive as long as possible.
Well, he's done an excellent job today and I think throughout the season. Here's the option.
We've talked so much today, Ray, about the offense from Carmel. And other than the first game of the season where they scored only 20 points, they've scored no less than 49 points in any of their other games, including dropping 78 on Pacific Grove at one point.
Right.
So it's and you knew that coming in. Menlo was going to have to keep scoring. Even though the Knights' defense has really played a pivotal role in this postseason run, it was going to be a tough task to stop this Padre team.
Well, you need to find, the key, and I think it's very difficult. They run a lot of different offensive plays out of the formations they have. Here's going to be a 4th down play, a very short yardage. They've run this formation before and have been successful. As you noted, they ran 2 or 3 different plays out of it. So it's hard to stop, and they've proven that. They've been, a very good offensive team, no doubt about it. Here's the option, pass.
And he's
nice
got a man
play.
Wide open in Woodward. And Woodward is streaking downfield. He makes the man miss and is into the end zone for a 59-yard touchdown pass for the Padres.
Well, this looks like the option, and then they just rear back and throw it. The wide receiver there fakes the block and then goes ahead and slides right past the defensive man. He eventually, misses, or there's a missed tackle, or he runs out of a tackle, and that makes for another long gaining and another touchdown. But well conceived and well executed play. So
extra point on its way, and it is good. And Carmel extends their lead now. It's 56-28.
Well, Casey, it's they have lots of threats, lots of different ways to hurt you, and we've seen a number of them here. So I think Menlo did it. It's been a gallant effort, but I'm not saying they're giving up or anything else, but it's a difficult task to go ahead and stop this Carmel offense.
Mariama from the 5, still on his feet to the 35, and down near the 40-yard line, and make it 1st and 10 for Menlo at the 39. Down 28 points.
Well, Nick gives them good field position. He makes a nice run here. He starts up the middle and then breaks it to the outside. And, he avoids one tackler there. And I think, makes that cut back and gives them almost, 40-yard line on the return. Nice play.
Here's to Kroger. Passing over the middle of the field, that's complete to Clay Robbins, and Clay is down at the 45 and is slow to get up again.
Well, that looked like a shoulder tackle. Let me see if on this, if we can see that.
Maybe knock the wind out of him, perhaps.
I think so. So
I am not a doctor. Pass formation here for DeKroger, and he's looking over the middle now. He was looking deep down the right side of the field initially, as there's a flag down on this play.
Okay, again, delayed blitz. Carmel comes late, and Danny is, that time he obviously has thrown a number of plays. while on the move. But this time I think his feet weren't set, so he's a little short-armed it. But it wouldn't have mattered. It was a penalty for holding against Menlo anyhow. So first and about 25.
Anderson in motion on the near side. That's incomplete through the hands of Bo Nichols.
But it's the play we've seen. Again, we're calling it shovel, and it can be screen or shovel pass or what have you. But that time they did not connect, and it looked like it might have been defended pretty well also.
4 receivers now. DeKroger pass over the middle. That's complete to Benton. And Benton down to the 45, so he'll be close to the original line of scrimmage, making it a more manageable yardage situation for the Knights.
And Tim does a good job, and that was a zone. He reads the coverage, falls right in the open area.
Deep down the middle of the field, and that's incomplete, and that should be a flag, you would think. Does that look like a...
Well, there is a flag down, but I don't know if it's going to be against Menlo or if it's going to be against Carmel. But the intent, well, we don't get a clear see there, but it looked like maybe the receiver or the defender was not going for the ball, but going for the receiver. Well, it's going to be against Menlo.
Sideline infraction against the Knights.
So that's loss of down as well. It's 4th down now.
DeKroger rolling out. And Danny's going to keep it himself. And he comes back to the 35, and he's got a first down, it looks like. A flag comes in.
That may have been a helmet-to-helmet hit. But let's see. At the tail end, it looks like the defender hits Danny, but he's going to also be very close to the first down. So let's see what the officials call on this one. Looked like, to me, it was they're going to be a holding call on this, but I think they have the first down. Boy, I don't know, Casey. I thought maybe there was a helmet. So it is a 4th down play.
Passing out left this time, and that is incomplete. Intended for Carter Boyce. He went with the one-handed grab as it was just out of his reach, and it falls incomplete. So after all that, Menlo is going to go with a turnover on downs and give it back to Carmel.
All right, so it's first down for Carmel.
Pass over the middle, and that is complete. And then it comes loose. The ball is knocked free, and Menlo is going to recover this one. So you would like that to be a little nearer your end zone, but you'll take it at this point.
Well, they got the turnover that we were talking about, and this is Jordan makes a nice strip here at the end. It is a completed pass, and then the ball is fumbled. So Menlo gets it, unfortunately, about 95 or so yards away, but it's their ball, so that's the good news.
So the Knights get it back. Shotgun for DeKroger. Pass over the middle. That's complete to Brig Badger. Down to the 10, or out to the 10-yard line, I should say.
Again, I think Menlo's done a nice job of picking up a number of blitzes. They've been Carmel's been very sophisticated with the different types of blitzes that they've run, and Menlo's done a pretty good job of picking all those up. Here's another twist stunt.
Pressure's coming. He gets free, and then he just tripped up. Looked like he was going to scramble for some yards downfield. We had a man down for Menlo.
Okay, they do this this twist stunt, and
looked like that was Clay Robbins who was shaken up on that play again. Flag down.
That may be procedure or motion here because it was before the snap. So 3rd and even longer.
Here's DeKroger passing over the middle, and that is complete.
For first down.
For the Knights. And again, some extracurriculars.
I think that's to Tim Benton, but we'll see. Nice read here. It's over the middle. And first down play for Menlo.
Here's DeKroger again. Scrambling. Trying to get rid of it. He's going to keep it and run. And he ducks out of bounds past the 30. Should have enough for another first down.
First down and also stops the clock. So good coverage downfield. That's all that Danny can go ahead and look down. Can't find a receiver, so he decides to make the additional yardage here and get out of bounds. So nice play. Again, I've been impressed with his ability to keep plays alive by running.
Pressure's coming. They had a screen
Good spin move there.
But he wasn't able to get it to Bo, and he gets rid of it. Out of bounds, incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, he makes a little spin move right here because the rush is coming from the left. He spins out of that, and a very nice maneuver, and then tries to find an open receiver, and then I think, tried to complete the pass, but it ends up stopping the clock either way.
2nd 10 for the Knights. Shotgun.
There's a shovel.
Here's Nichols to the 35. As this game starts winding down, you start to think about the people who will be back next season for Menlo, including Bo Nichols, only a junior. So he should have a bright senior season ahead of him, you would think.
Well, but you want to give recognition this year to the seniors and who have played so hard and so well. So, but they're not. I don't believe they're going to call that a fumble. I think that he was down. So, you know what I like about Menlo is they haven't given up. There's still a lot of fight left in them, and it's a nice time. Let's see if they can go ahead and put together one or maybe even 2 scores. If they can get a score, then maybe get an onside kick and get another one. But Danny's done a nice job here, moving with the ball and keeping drives alive. Shovel there.
Pitch to Nichols underneath again to the 50. Cuts it back down to the 44-yard line.
That looked like a late hit on that one.
And it's down to the 43, so it'll be 1st and 10 for Menlo as there is a flag on the play, and this one's going to go against the Knights.
All right, we'll wait and see. Personal foul against Menlo.
So it looked like they might get Bo on a little bit of retaliation for what he felt was a late hit, and that'll back up the Knights. Shotgun forward to Kroger. He goes deep down the left side of the field, and he's got Tim Benton wide open to the 40. He cuts it back to the 30, still on his feet, and is going to go down at the 20-yard line, and the ball comes loose at the end of the play.
Well, great throw, great catch, and as we mentioned, Menlo just keeps battling, and nice play here. Tim looks the ball all the way in. That was not an easy catch. Avoids the first tackler, avoids the second tackler on a cutback. The pursuit eventually gets to him, but a very, very nice play and a long gainer. So Menlo still alive here on this drive. See if they can go ahead and get another score.
Just under 2 minutes to go in the ball game. Here's to Kroger. He pitches it to Nichols. And Bo has got it to the 10, to the 5-yard line. He cuts towards the end zone and is in for the score. So the Menlo Knights keep pushing here, Ray, and they've closed the gap a little bit. They're out of time in this game, you would think.
Well,
regardless, they're showing some heart on this final drive.
Very much so, and this is a very nice run, a nice cutback right here at about the 3 or 4 yard line where Bo puts the ball in the end zone. So nice individual effort and good job by all the Knights there.
The extra point is good, and Menlo has gotten it to a 56-35 lead for Carmel. And you would attempt an onside kick here.
Squib or, just punch it up high and hope you can get your players over there. Yeah.
And that's what they do.
That's a fair catch. Nice.
Taken at the 42-yard line.
We've talked about that before, and I think, the fair catch was the wise and prudent thing to do.
So the seniors, or the starting team, comes off the field for Carmel to an ovation. As time is winding down in this game, a couple of kneel downs should do it.
Right.
So all in all, it was a tremendous season for the Menlo Knights. It's going to come to an end with a loss here in the title game. But nothing to be upset about, you would think, for Menlo. Obviously, you would like the result to be a little bit better, but Carmel is going to finish this season at 12-0, and we're just a juggernaut in this 2009 season. And the Knights are going to come away with second place in Division 4.
Well, Casey, I think that this was a great season for Menlo in many respects. It was a number of firsts. The first playoff win in a CCS for a Menlo team. It was the first time they beat Sacred Heart Prep twice in one season, and it was the first time they played in the CCS championship game. So, an outstanding season. I think it bodes well for the future. I think Menlo can hold their head up high. Obviously, today was a difficult game for them, but again, a number of accomplishments that I think need to be stated, and hopefully they can build on for the future.
That's going to do it for us here on this 2009 season. And a special thanks to everybody in the Menlo Athletic Department, including the Menlo parents as well, for all their support this season, and the Menlo players as well. It was our pleasure bringing it to you this season, and we hope to do it again next year. For everybody on the CCSA staff, including my partner Ray Calcagno, I'm Casey McGuire saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in 2010 here on CCSA.
Dave Harris, manager, John Tom trainer, and head coach Mark Newton. Runners on second place trophy, Menlo School.